On this episode, I hand the keys over to the Lil Garage Studio to my most trusted confidant. While I'm on the road, he interviews 3 women that have stayed connected since high school. The ladies are Maddy, Kenz, and Kelsey, and the interviewer, my best friend, Lil Scottie. Making, trusting, and keeping friends isn't easy. It often comes down to time, unconditional caring, and the evolution when people aren't willing to grow. So they talk about Maddy's apology cakes, Kenz's anthropology facts, and how Kelsey manifests it all. Let's jump in.
All right, Kelsey, which one of those questions you want to start with? But don't ask it yet, because I got something to tell you first.
Okay. I'm gonna start with the hard one.
Okay. So the thing is, y'all are all gonna answer it for each other. So it's not just you in the hot seat. They're gonna ask you too. So if the question is out to them, they're gonna answer it back about you as well.
Okay.
Okay.
So that means all the questions that you picked, you're gonna also have to answer them for yourself.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
Good with that?
Yeah.
All right. What's the first one?
Are there any problems we need to resolve?
Does that include last night?
No, that's resolved.
Okay.
Yeah, that's resolved.
I can honestly say no.
I think we've been good enough communicators to resolve issues when they happen. And if it does need to be brought up again, I think we're able to bring that up pretty naturally.
Yeah, I think so.
I believe that 100%.
Yeah, I just did a full scan and I got nothing.
I know. I saw you like spinning the wheels. I'm like, oh, she's about to drop something.
But
I gave you your due diligence. But
can you think of a time that you have?
I feel like we've definitely had stuff. Maybe.
Well, let's get back to this cake for a second.
Oh.
And like that, like you were really kind of upset about this whole thing, huh?
Yeah.
I feel bad that you thought it was.
Yeah, like so I'm kind of like, okay, this is my thought process. Mm-hmm. Man, if she cares that much about this little thing, there has to be moments where, stuff didn't quite, hit right that I've had to like work through it.
I guess, can I ask a question off of that question?
Yeah.
Okay, so I think for me, I'm a very high-strung individual and I really care about what other people think. And anytime there is a conflict, I'm working on it. I'm trying to stand up for myself, but there's certain times when I'm just so concerned with you guys being mad at me that I'm just like, I'm sorry, y'all. Like, I will never do this again. Like,
Yeah.
Does that sometimes read to y'all as not genuine? You would prefer me to just like take a step back before I say anything?
Actually, when we were younger, yes. But it's been so long since that thought has even like crossed my mind. So I feel like that's something you've been like steadily trending positively towards, which is like speaking your mind and standing up for yourself and like asserting boundaries and stuff like that.
Yeah, I was going to say you are very good at standing up for yourself and asserting yourself. And that was on your ends for 2024.
Yeah.
I remember. Yeah. And then when we discussed them for 2025, we all agreed that you were very, like you stood up for yourself all of 2024. It's like second.
It's so true.
Nice.
I definitely wouldn't say that you're that way at all.
Okay.
Yeah.
And to a fault, or?
No, I don't think it's to a fault. I just think that it's like you really do. You still weigh both sides, and I can see that in like how you express yourself. But at the end of the day, you choose yourself, which is something that you wanted to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like there were times like in our late teens or early 20s where maybe what you're saying I felt to a degree, but yeah. Just when you like hearing you say that, I'm like, oh, I think I used to feel that way, and I definitely don't now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Would you say y'all grown together? Like
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Y'all have evolved together, unlike some of the people that fell out of the group. They didn't evolve like y'all.
Yeah, I think we've
oh my
seen so many
I've
phases.
seen so many phases of Kelsey. It's crazy.
Yeah. Yeah.
You specifically.
Yeah.
Quickly, tell me the phases of Kelsey.
Well, when we met, we were 16.
Yeah.
Freshly 16 years old.
Yeah.
So that was quite a.
I was a little troubled.
I was a little sheltered.
Yeah.
So we were very different people when we
That's
first
so
met.
true.
And then we were friends for, like, pretty good friends, like seeing each other like weekly, I would say, for at least like the last semester of our sophomore year.
Yeah.
Like, up until that summer. Yeah, we would
Yeah.
hang out like almost weekly. And then,
And that was when Kenz was like coming out of her shell. I remember that phase too, which
Yeah.
is like
I didn't know,
so
I didn't know
different
nothing
from
about nothing.
Yeah.
And Kelsey knew everything, and I was like, oh my God. I
Yeah.
was like, whoa.
Yeah.
And then, and then in college, where, you know, you're just trying different hats on all the time.
Yeah.
Well, college for me. And then Kelsey was growing the beginning of her career.
Mm-hmm.
And then we all moved down to Austin together on a whim.
Yeah.
Say all y'all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Us and one other who is no longer in the group and moved back up to the DFW area. But after COVID, we all moved down to Austin together.
During COVID.
Oh, yeah. Sorry.
Maddie was actually already here. But
Maddie was in Austin. We had both just graduated college, and Maddie had prospects, but I didn't. And so I said, what if we all went to Austin and figured it out from there? And so we did. And Kelsey and I figured it out, and Maddie's been figuring it out. And
we lived together before.
Yeah, and Maddie and I were roommates. So if you want to talk about
yeah, they got a
having
place.
to have the hard conversation.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Oh.
Yeah, roommate stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, you know, when you live with a friend.
Yeah.
I think there's like an old adage where it's like, don't live with your friends. I can't remember.
I think it's a little bit more crass than that.
Right.
but
Yeah. Oh, I know what you're talking about.
Okay, earlier, did you say something about when we did our ins? Is that what you said?
Oh, yeah, ins and outs for the year.
Okay, what is that?
It's like in the new year, so like on New Year's Eve, we put a Google Doc up on a screen and we write in what's in for this year. So it's like in is going to bed early, going to the gym in the morning, spending time with your friends. Outs is dating people you don't like.
Deli meats.
So y'all do this together?
Yeah.
It's a big collaborative list, and then we review it at the end of the year and see like what's still in, how did we do?
It's because we always spend New Year's Eve together. So we like do this every year. Yeah.
We've done it for like the past 3
Couple of years. Yeah.
Did y'all come up with this?
No, this is a
Yes.
Gen Z- yes.
What's it
Straight
called?
off the dome.
What's it called?
Just yeah, ins and outs, and some of them are serious, and some of them are just stupid.
Silly. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what makes it really fun.
That is what makes it fun, because when you look at the end of the year and it's like, oh man, I did do that.
Yeah.
And then some of them are super emo, and you're like, who wrote this?
Yeah, we're like, who put that in
going
there?
through it?
Yeah.
So wait, y'all don't know who wrote what, or y'all don't remember?
We just can't remember.
Yeah, like a whole year goes, and
We can remember pretty well.
Maddie always types it how we say it verbatim. So mine will be like, so like, comma, something like, and I'm like, okay, that was mine.
Yeah. What was it? So, like, to rebuke things that you normally don't.
It
Was
it
your
was
in
something like that.
2024?
It was something really stupid, and it was just so obvious. It was mine because of the vocabulary.
Yeah. And then Charlie,
Oh,
Maddie's boyfriend, comes in every now and then, and it's like, what? Something completely.
We're all on our own.
He's like
wave.
Tzatziki.
Yeah.
He's like
Yeah.
investing in water stocks.
Charlie's two loves right now are like tennis and cooking, and so you can know whose things are Charlie's because it'll always have something to do with tennis or cooking
Or money.
Or
Yeah.
money,
Yeah.
exactly.
Poker.
And his thoughts and feelings are always welcome.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, he has good
He's-
thoughts and
But
feelings.
we know when it's him.
right. We know when it's him, but he has his own flow that is right above ours. It really meshes well,
Yeah.
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 Charlie's one of the girls.
Yeah.
which is great. That's good to have a partner, and Kelsey
Yeah,
has
he
a
is.
partner
I feel
that-
very comfortable with Charlie.
Okay,
I like
that's
it when
good.
Charlie's around.
Yeah, me too.
That's a good thing.
I know. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
To like your friend's boyfriend,
Yeah.
because usually, it's like an enemy situation.
Has anyone not liked someone's boyfriend before?
Yes.
Yes.
Wait, you didn't say anything. Is it your boyfriend?
No.
No, I didn't know.
talking
You
about
just
Charlie.
kind of made a face like, man, it's me.
And I didn't.
Well, you might have had a boyfriend that I didn't like. I mean, I've only had like 2, but
Anybody want to spill tea?
I actually like Maddie's boyfriends. I was friends with your other boyfriend.
Yeah.
I love Charlie.
Mm-hmm.
She picks out good dudes.
Yeah. Maddie's a good picker.
Okay.
Yeah.
When I met you, your boyfriend at the time in high school.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but I got you out of that one.
High school boyfriends don't count.
High school boyfriends don't.
That doesn't count.
No. But
Yeah.
Are your boyfriends kind of suspect, Kenz?
you don't
they're
have to
great.
talk about it.
Yeah.
I think I know how to pick them, but nobody else does. Nobody else knows how I do it.
What kind of guys does she go for?
Aesthetically, they all have very square faces.
That's very
And they're
true.
very muscular. She goes for very muscular,
Yes.
rectangular looking men.
Yeah.
Stoic, statue-like
Yes.
big men.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I do like them big. I'll give you that one.
Yep.
I do like them rectangular. I do like them big.
Yeah.
Maddy, what do you think?
I think you veer on the more, tell me if I'm wrong, but traditionally masculine
Yeah.
man. Great.
Just
Yeah.
you know, in college I actually went on a deep dive of why this is. I was an anthropology major, and it's all to do with like how testosterone is physically displayed in the face. And I had all my ex-boyfriends. I did like a personal experiment where I lined them up, and I was like, "Oh my god,
They're all
It's-
they're
I'm
girls.
a slave to my own biology."
It's
Thought I was
pretty
above it.
interesting because I feel like a lot of the people I've dated, you line them up and it's like they don't look anything like each other. I feel like
That's so true.
I feel like you kind of have
they're
a type.
but also you have a type too, which is you like the more artistic, expressive types.
Yeah.
Where I don't go for the artistic, expressive type.
Yeah, maybe artistic and sensitive wasn't the right word. I think, yeah, I agree with Maddie. A little more
Well,
traditional.
the
masculine.
most recent one was, but that was.
But he
that was
also
weird.
was,
But
yeah.
He was also square.
Yeah, he was also rectangular.
All right, Kelsey, you want to go question 2? What's your
Okay.
next question?
How would your life be different if I was not in it?
I know this question right off the bat, or I know the answer.
Me too, but you go first.
Kelsey has a very amazing skill to manifest things into her life. She is amazing at reflecting at what the universe has given her and what she wants out of her own life.
Absolutely.
And she has taught me a lot about that and the power of gratitude and the power
Yeah.
of like envisioning the future that you want. And I really, you know, I'm leaving this up to the universe, but like I think that if I hadn't learned that from you, I would have been in a very different place than I am right now.
Oh, that's so. Didn't expect you to say that.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
I mean, for me, it's just like, where would I be without my best friend? Like,
Yeah.
I would be
Yeah.
in a very,
Yeah.
I would be in a very different place. Like somebody that I talk to all the time, that I hang out with, that I have fun with, that I'm like sending things to and like thinking of. I mean, you took me to a bunch of shows
Yeah.
back in the day. Like, I got to experience a lot of Austin because of you.
Mm-hmm.
When we moved down here together, like, especially because Maddy was the only one of us real job. And then the other one hadn't moved down yet. So Kelsey and I like first got to know Austin together.
That's true.
Yeah, it's just as like, where would I be without, you know, one of my fingers? Like,
Yeah,
life would be harder.
that's how I
probably
feel
without you.
too. I think particularly because I don't have a lot of balance between work and life. Like my work friends are my real friends, and my job is what I do for fun, and what I do for fun is like it's all, and it's a very heavily male dominated too. Like you guys really are like such a anchor in my life of like this is its own thing. It's separate. It's not this like all inclusive thing that I'm constantly like treading water in. It's just like a safe, comfortable place to be. And then, which it's such a relief. Like I love, at least in the current phase of life that I'm in, because I think this answer would be different like year by year a little bit. But I think with the current phase, it's just such a relief to see you guys. And I'm so proud of our friendship and the longevity and stuff. Like it really is one of the things I'm most proud of is like having this trio and yeah, how good our friendship is. But I also agree with that. It's like I don't know what I would like. I would just
I don't know. I don't know where I'd be. I don't
Yeah.
know if I would still be in Austin. Like,
Yes,
I don't know,
yeah.
like where you're so central to my life. I don't know.
I wouldn't have moved to Austin really if it wasn't for you. Because you were already here. You and the other person, I feel like you were like, I'm gonna go to Austin. The other person was like, sure. And they were my current roommate. And so I was like, whatever. Like, I don't think I would have done that had it not been such a group thing. And if you weren't so like passionate about wanting to be here. So I think my life would be completely different. I think I would maybe still be in Fort Worth doing, maybe not, actually. I don't know. I don't like Fort Worth.
Got out of there eventually.
I don't know.
It wouldn't have been as fun.
It wouldn't have been as fun, and it definitely wouldn't be as good.
Yeah, that's something you mentioned, something along the lines of your work is particularly male dominated, and it's really nice to have like this avenue for you where you know you can go and like be supported.
Be a girl.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And that's similar to me. I really like that we're all in different areas with our careers and interests because it provides a respite for me from like great topics that I learn. It's just really nice to like have y'all's input and perspective and knowledge about certain things that I know nothing about, you know, because you two are also very creative, and that's so fun for me.
I feel like you've taught me a lot too. There's like stuff you bring up where I'm like, I would never even know anything about that.
Yeah, I literally tell people I have to ask my lawyer.
Actually,
I've
both.
never
Yeah, I
given
know. I say that all the
legal
time too. I'm like calling
I
my
have not given
attorney.
them
Thank
legal
you.
advice.
I have to ask my lawyer what shoes I should wear with this outfit.
I can give professional attire.
But that goes to you too. I feel like you've taught me a lot too.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's just so much stuff. I feel like I've only ever cared about what I care about, and I get like kind of tunnel vision about stuff like that. And then you got like, I just learned so much about other things because of you guys.
Yeah.
Truly. I'm like, oh my God, how do you even know that?
I was betting how long it would take for you to mention anthropology. What are we at? Like 30 minutes?
Hey, you know, it's when it's
No, I
relevant.
love
it's
it
relevant.
though. I really love it though, because like truly the facts that you tell me, I'm like, all right, keep that up there. And then when I'm at like a party with anybody else, I'm like, did you know?
And that's honestly that's why I say what I say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I owe most of like the fun little facts that I tell to other people because of you.
Don't make me cry. That's all I've ever wanted.
Give us a couple of anthropology facts real quick.
Anthropology facts?
Oh, say the one about balls.
Oh.
Maddie's like, don't say the one
Wait.
about balls. About
Do you want
small
me to
balls.
say the thing about small balls?
I mean, this is a fact, right?
This is a fact, and it's not about humans.
Yeah. So
It's about primates.
okay, yeah. It's a fact about testicles.
Can you give another fact after this fact?
I can give two facts,
Okay.
yes. But this is a fun fact.
I love this one.
And this was, I did a study on orangutans in Borneo and their population density and their mating habits, and specifically on like copulation in these societies. And what's really interesting is that when you look at orangutans, which their social hierarchy is that it's lone males, which the alpha males are full flange, which when you think of an orangutan, their faces are really big. And then there's females, and then there's unflanged males, which look like females. And so when you have these flanged males, they're so big and massive, and their sexual dimorphism is so insane that they hardly even look like the same species. And like I said, the males look like the females, the unflanged ones. And so they will literally sit down and they do this thing called a long call, which can be heard in a 5-mile radius in any direction. And when they do that, all ovulating females will come into the area to mate with him. Whereas the unflanged males have to do what is called forced copulation with females in order for them to succeed. And I bring this up as a background to this because when you look at the size of the balls on these creatures, on these primates, ball size is actually directly proportional to the level of reproductive struggle that they have to do. Big balls means that you have to produce a lot of sperm, which means you have to be in high competition with a lot of other males. So these unflanged males have larger balls compared to the alpha male, which has really small balls because he has access to females at any time. Think of like a gorilla with a harem. It's one silverback gorilla with 8 to 15 at most females. They have really small balls because they don't have to compete for reproductive success at all. So small balls good, big balls bad. I don't know. You decide.
Do you want to counter? I mean, what is lawyer talk? What is that like? Do you
Rebuttal?
do you want to?
I kept that very scientific.
That was good.
Great.
LinkedIn.
Put that on my LinkedIn. That's what I bring to the party.
Okay, Manny, I have a question about what we were talking about earlier.
Yeah.
You said that Kelsey is good at manifesting. And I'm assuming that maybe it's not natural for you just to manifest, like to do those kinds of things. And so, if I'm understanding it correctly, like her being around helped you
Yeah.
kind of learn how to lean more into that, right?
Absolutely. She is the person that got me started on journaling also, because it started as like a manifestation thing. And now it's just turned into a brain dump of all the things that are either making me happy or making me sad or anything. But at certain times, there's just instances where I want a little bit more help from the universe. And Kelsey is, if you check our text at least once a month, we're like, Kelsey, how do you ask the universe to do this? You know?
Yeah.
Or Kelsey just chiming in and being like, I think now's the time where you should. And
Yeah.
it's like, oh, you're so right.
Yeah.
I think if you are constantly putting everything out on the table, even just for yourself, you're always aware of what inventory you have in your life. So it's like when things are not feeling good, it's really obvious to see what the issue is, which is why I think journaling is so important, because so much gets like stuck in the details or like just in the subconscious. So if you're very aware of everything in your life that you like and don't like, it's so much easier to be happier because you know exactly what it is. So
Yeah.
Well, you know what to ask for.
yeah.
You know what boundaries to set. You know what people don't align with the things. Back to like our conversation earlier of like people being out of the group and not being friends with people or as close to people. They don't align with everything that you're doing. So it doesn't mean you can't be friends. It just means that you might be going in a slightly different direction, I would say, right?
Yeah.
It's a good practice of reflection as well. I mean, that's what I think is great about this group too, is that even with our ins and outs list, it's a practice of reflection. It's something that we can look back on and say, this thing made us happy or this thing caused us a lot of pain. And going forward, we learn from those mistakes. And also through that, we can be grateful for the experiences that we had.
Wait a minute, quickly. I can't get anybody to journal. How did she get you to journal? How did she change your mind to be a believer?
Ooh, that's hard.
Proof is in the pudding.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, everybody struggles at different points in their lives and sometimes needs a little bit more help. And especially when you're a student and you can't afford therapy or proper therapy or anything, you're looking for different tools to help you get through difficult times. And I was looking for something that, I could use as an outlet. And I know that Kelsey has been a very avid journaler for probably most of your life.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so when you're, I don't want to say desperate enough, but when you're open to trying to fix the problems that are negatively affecting you, I think that is whenever you start looking for different options that will make you happy. And journaling was just one of the things that Kelsey had brought to my attention.
I think if you're consistent enough with journaling, it's going to force you to be accountable with your life, because you're not going to want to sit there and write the same thing over and over again and whine about the same issue over and over again, It is kind of accountable in the way it's like with a therapist, kind of. So you either stop journaling or you fix the issue, which is why I think consistent journaling is great.
And you made me think of something I never thought of before. I wonder if sometimes people don't want to journal because they don't want to listen to themselves whine.
They want to be victims, yeah.
You know what I mean? And I never thought of it that way. When you write that down, you're listening to yourself. You're watching yourself whine. Or just be upset about the same thing over and over and over again. Because your journaling probably doesn't look like that, right? Or if it does, you probably don't even kind of go back and look at it. You're processing it.
Yeah, you're processing it, exactly. I think a lot of people feel really comfortable like blaming every misfortune or every inconvenience on something else in their life. Like, oh, these things are happening to me because XYZ. And there's so many people that never like take accountability for how they contribute to their own misery. And I think journaling, being consistent with it. And however, like, and the thing is, like, I have so many journals and they're not kept the same way. I don't have like a template that I'm constantly journaling. Like sometimes it's just word vomit. It's a lot of lists, honestly. But yeah, I think that if you don't want to, what you said, like if you're open to helping yourself and you're willing to be thrifty about how you do it, like it really is such a good way to keep yourself accountable.
But even when I did finally have access to a therapist, their first piece of advice to me was go journal about what you're grateful for or what you're proud of yourself for. And so it's
yeah,
even if you get, that $100 per hour therapist.
I say you need to Venmo me those $200 back.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
You have one more question?
I do.
Okay, one more. What you got?
What's your favorite memory of me?
St. Patrick's Day, 2021.
St. Patrick's Day 2021.
I was out in Round Top with my boss at the time.
Oh, yeah.
And it was the antique show in Round Top around this time. And we hit an antique on the road and we blew a tire.
Sounds like so fake.
Like y'all somebody had lost a piece of an antique.
Yeah, it was like a glass antique on the road, and my boss drove over it, and it blew out her tire. And this is about an hour and a half away from Austin. And it was like 6 p.m. on St. Patrick's Day. And she was like, okay, no problem, I have a spare. We put the spare on, we drive 3 minutes, the spare blows. And we were stranded out there. And it's the antique show, so all of our connections out there were like swarmed. They're like, we can't leave, we can't do anything, we can't come get you. And we're calling everybody we know, and it's like, sun's going down on St. Patrick's Day, everybody's drunk. And so I'm like, wait, I know somebody I can call, but she's Irish. She's
celebrating.
She's probably in the throes of the festivities. And I
Never am.
And I called up Kelsey and I was like, Kelsey, like we are stranded. Like AAA's not even gonna get here till tomorrow morning. We're in the middle of nowhere and it's getting dark. And she was like, oh, no worries, I'll be there. And we sent her the location.
SEAL Team 6.
Because you were driving the what car was that? It was like a minivan.
No, it was a Honda CRV.
It was a Honda CRV. Yeah. And you show up in the Honda CRV. And
Floors that thing.
Yeah, I drove. Yeah,
floors that thing to come get us.
yeah.
Picks us up, and it was just like we were on the side of the road. It was getting cold. The car was like just straight up not working at that point. And we were just like, oh my God, it was truly our luck that day that you were the only person that either of us knew.
That's so funny because I had like nothing to do that night. I remember I was like texting people like, does anyone want to hang out? Like, does anyone want to do anything? And so you're like, I'm stranded an hour and a half away. I was like, great.
Yeah, and it was just so
The universe
nice.
was holding you open.
Yeah.
It was just so nice and so selfless of her to devote 3 hours of her time to come pick us up. And then on the way back, we were just kikiing, and she was, taking the curves at like 90 miles an hour, and Jill was getting tossed around the back seat, which is my manager, and she still asks about
I'm like,
you. I got into there last week.
Can't complain about the driving if I picked you up.
No, we were grateful. But yeah, and then we talked about, and that was when we had a conversation about your career on the way back, because at the time you were working as a valet.
Yeah.
You didn't know if you wanted to get back into music.
Yeah.
And it was in that car where you were like, wait, no, I think I'm gonna do it.
Funny enough, full circle with some context for you, on the drive to get you was when I had gotten Nolo's EP for the first time. They had sent me demos. And I was taking a big hiatus from music. I wasn't working in music anymore. COVID like killed my soul. And I was just like I was a behavioral therapist and working as a valet and like a bunch of stuff that I shouldn't have been doing. But so I wasn't even working in music. He just sent it to me to listen to. And I remember listening to those for the first time on that drive. And it was like all I listened to. I listened to like these 5 songs for like the whole hour and a half to get you. It's just so weird how all that's like your favorite memory. It's just so weird how all the pieces connect.
It's one of my favorite ones.
Yeah, and I think I was warming up to the idea of going back to music. I had just been so burned.
I want people to know that Kelsey is just about down for anything.
Yeah.
And so
Legally, she says just about.
Are you the type of person that's down for anything?
Maddie's down for one thing a night.
There's a theme here.
Yeah.
The way that y'all pull against each other.
That is so true.
Yeah.
I'm in bed by 8:30 every night, and I like really value like I feel very bad, but that's why I'm so grateful for them, is because they accept that about me, is that I'm.
Yeah, but like once every sales quarter, you're like, I'm down for 2 things.
That's
Yeah.
so true.
and
yeah.
it's a treat.
Yeah, there is like
It
a
is so
saying
much
in our
fun.
group that like I can only do like one thing per day, and sometimes there's
2 small things, one big
special-
thing.
Yeah, exactly. Yes.
Yeah.
She knows.
I'm curious where you're going with that
Okay,
you
yeah,
start.
yeah,
I'm
yeah,
down
no,
for
sorry.
anything.
So, well, there's
Just
just
crazy.
well,
Like,
no, it's not even that bad. But like I when I went to DC while I was doing an internship in undergrad, Kelsey came out and visited me, and that was really important to me because it had been a very lonely summer. I had really no friends. I was just working, and like Kelsey came down and visited
Yeah.
me, and we just went to the monuments and everything. It was really wholesome. And then again, I studied abroad in Spain, and she'll go to the ends of the earth to be with me, I guess.
Yeah.
but we went and we saw the Gaudi Museum, and
Yeah. Yeah, I have a
she
tattoo from
got
that.
tattooed,
Yeah, I have a
yeah.
tattoo from that.
So I don't know. That's just something that I really love about Kelsey, is that she's truly willing to go above and beyond for the people that she loves.
Oh, that's so
absolutely,
sweet.
without a second thought, too.
That's so
If somebody
sweet.
needs you there, like, you're there.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank
Yeah.
you.
100%.
That's awesome. All right. Who wants to jump in the driver's seat?
I'll do it if you.
All right, everybody good?
Yeah.
All right, Maddie, roll out question 1. What you got?
Okay. This is the bad. Do I make you uncomfortable if your opinion is different than mine?
No.
No.
Explain.
Next question.
Okay.
I feel like we have very similar opinions.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm rarely like, nah. And if we do have different opinions, it's about like what to order at a restaurant. It's not like fundamental stuff.
Yeah. Do you think it would be important to. Can you have a friendship with somebody who has fundamental values that are different than yours?
I struggle with that.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I think it depends on what the fundamental values are, because mine are often tied to my morals.
Yeah.
So if you're different from me in that, that means that you are,
Mm-hmm.
we're probably not going
I think to a certain degree, but not to like. I think part of the reason why we are so close is because we have such
Yeah.
Yeah, we yes and each other.
That's...
yes and exactly.
But I think we also do add, we understand that there is an echo chamber at some point. So I think there are times when we have to be like, yeah, but.
also,
Yeah,
I
I
feel
mean,
like
we get the disclaimers.
Right,
there
yeah.
and
people
everything.
have opinions because of their life experience. So if you have an opinion that's very different from mine, I'm going to assume it's for a good reason.
Yeah.
That's a really good point.
Well, especially inside y'all's circle, I bet, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like if one of y'all had a different opinion than the other, I'm assuming y'all go wide into like why, not like fuck you,
Yeah.
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Y'all do that outside of this circle, or is it more dominant inside this circle?
I challenge a lot of people in my life. Yeah. I've lately been having a lot of challenging conversations with people in my life about the fundamental stuff like that too, and what it means to me, and like how that looks like. I just got engaged, so that's a lot of it too. I'm not a fish, not a fish.
Show the ring.
But I
But well, what's not a fish?
not fishing for like not fishing for like claps, but I'm just saying like
Not
you
officially
get
engaged.
engaged and
gonna
like
rock.
everybody that you've ever known, you know, kind of comes out of the woodworks. And so I've been challenging a lot of relationships in my life because as I'm starting to like move into this next chapter, I'm really like looking at opinions and morals and whatever and assessing. And yeah, I've had some really hard conversations the last 6 weeks, but not really with y'all.
Yeah.
I think because I am in a space with school where there are a lot of differing opinions, I've gotten to know a lot of perspectives, which has been ultimately a good thing. Because I've come to the conclusion, kind of like we were saying, that everybody comes at it because of the experiences that they've had. There's certain times when I won't discuss a closely held belief because I want to make sure that I'm being respectful towards other people as they're being respectful towards me. But really, what I've learned through my journey with school is that as long as you are a good person, I will be a good person towards you. That's not to say, though, that I'm not going to vehemently defend what I believe in when it comes to my morals, but I've become a little bit more acceptive of different perspectives since coming into law school, which has also made it a lot harder. Nobody talks about this, but it has made it a lot harder for me to be definitive about certain things and have like a staunch opinion on a lot of things.
I have noticed that change in you.
Yeah, I can't, because I'm always thinking about
how to
exactly
like, argue against both sides.
Yeah, that's become really hard for me.
Yeah.
And I can ask you, but you don't have to worry about that inside the group, though.
No, not really. I mean,
Does that become like a release valve? Like, you know what I mean? Like your close friends that you can be, they can hear all your opinions and they can know exactly who you are because you don't have to hold a public space.
yeah, I think that still even with them though, I'm probably thinking through the arguments while I'm telling them. So if I'm telling them something and I'm like, well, this is the way that this person explained it to me, but I can also see this, and that's me explaining it to them is the way that I figure out my opinion on it.
Yeah.
Is that how you guys would perceive that? Or
For me, it's more like we are so different because I come in hot and I have like very like intense feelings about my opinions, and it's like I can sometimes be like my way or the highway, and so sometimes I can come in hot to a discussion about like something I feel very strongly, not about you, but I'll just I can just be like, man, people that drive slow in the left lane,
yeah,
just come in really hot, and you can be like, well,
yeah,
and yeah, and then I do that exactly. I'm like, of course, but
ooh,
that's not what we're talking about right now.
Do you feel that I'm too much of a devil's advocate sometimes?
No, I like it.
No, I think I come in hot and you give me a good, and that was just like one example, but
I agree.
A lot of times you can temper me a little bit and have me not be so one way.
Okay.
I think I also come in a little hot too. I think because we're both Aquariuses.
That's it.
Yeah, and sometimes I'm like, okay, maybe I am wrong. Sometimes I need the other voice being like, it's not that deep,
Yes,
and I'm
and
like,
that's the
right.
Gemini in you, the twins. You see both sides.
Can't decide. They teach you day one, and I'm actually very curious to hear y'all's opinions, that you should not use the things that you learn there against your friends
Learn where?
in law school.
Oh.
And I'm always concerned of how, when we don't get into like tiffs very often, but when we do, if you think that like there's ever a point where I'm like, therefore.
Yeah, you sound like ChatGPT sometimes. I'm gonna be honest.
And I'm not gonna say anything. But
I know you're not a ChatGPT girl.
Right, yeah.
Sometimes I'm like, damn.
But I think what I'm hearing y'all say is that that's kind of what y'all come to her for. That's how she feels this, like, you know what I mean? Because y'all have very similar feelings about that stuff with her.
It's when she starts using periods in her text that
I'm sorry.
gets me all hot. I'm like, how dare you?
But I was just thinking about this. You use emojis that make me so scared. You'll use it's the emoji with the, you know what I'm talking about?
The eyebrow one.
Yeah,
I love that.
exactly.
I love that
What do you
emoji.
mean it makes you scared?
I'm like,
Like the tone of voice.
the tone of voice. Yeah, exactly. I'm,
So I want you picturing my face, like,
yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm like, I don't know. For whatever reason, that like gives me a lot of anxiety. I'm like, again, like I'm just always concerned that people are mad at me. And so
They're sending you
when
the
she
emoji with the eyebrow
uses
face.
that emoji, I'm like, she's mad at me. I'm
no, I'm stepping up to the plate, like in Challengers.
okay.
Maddie, but do they ever truly like get mad at you?
No,
Never, right?
no, I don't know. that's
no,
my own
I've
thing.
never like annoyed or whatever at times. I've never, but rarely. Like I maybe get annoyed with y'all like once a year.
Yeah,
Mad, no. Annoyed.
Mad, no.
We live together.
right. Yeah.
That happens.
I've never been like that, Maddie.
Yeah, I've never once been like, I gotta let her go.
Yeah.
No, that's
ever.
Set her
and
free.
yeah, and I
She ever brought y'all a cake?
Yes.
Yes.
many
Yeah.
times.
Yeah.
That's kind of her move.
That's my
What did she write on your cake, Kelsey?
Oh well, now I'm just thinking of the little cake you guys made me. That pathetic little cake during Snowvid. But
It was like it was a bagel.
yeah. That was during the Snowvid, the snowpocalypse a couple years ago.
do you remember that?
Yeah.
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 We were all refugees together at Maddie's boyfriend's house.
Yeah, my boyfriend at the time had a 2-bedroom apartment
And lived on the power grid.
lived on the like right next to a hospital, and so everybody
He
with their
took in
pets,
like four girls and 2 cats.
yeah, and we were there for 5 days.
A
5 girls,
long
including
time.
you.
And we couldn't have any running water. Like, it was a nightmare. But my birthday fell like right in the middle of it. And we're like rationing food and drinking water and stuff like that. My birthday fell right in the middle of it. I was already like Snowvid aside in a very dark place. And so this was just like my final straw. Also, some of the girls we were staying with, I don't get along with. Like, it was just... It was what it was.
Ex-friend group members.
Yeah, exactly. Some of the original 7 were there. I'm there with my cat and freaking out. Not in a good place. But they put together this little like
It's not funny.
birthday cake. They wanted to like, make my birthday special. But yeah, I think it was like half a bagel or like a
All we had.
piece of banana bread or something.
It was like a full pillar candle. Like, what was the burn for 80 hours?
Yes, and then they made like a homemade card.
There's this
Literally, like,
infamous
crayons.
picture of Kelsey. I don't know why we took a picture of this.
I was at rock bottom.
Kelsey was so very sad, and like obviously
I was like crying.
She was crying and she was eating this bagel, and I took a picture of her while she's crying, eating the bagel, going thumbs up.
She's literally, you can see the tear tracks down her face. Is this candles right there? She's giving a thumbs up. She looks miserable, and it is the lowest point in her life.
I know, the light in her eyes was gone.
And
And, like,
it was just like, it's really funny.
Cover of your next album.
I know. They love to pull that photo up. I can't even look at it. I don't think I've ever
You know
perceived
the meme
it.
of the cat with like the big eyes that's crying?
Yeah, that is exactly what I was.
Exactly what that
Oh,
So that was
funny.
probably my favorite cake. But you've done some nice ones too.
Yeah.
I remember specifically for another friend's birthday, like I'm going back like when we were like 19 years old, you made a cake and then you like wrote
Oh.
like God, it had to have been like a whole pair. It was like a meme that you wrote on.
Yes, I know what you're talking about.
I forget what yeah.
That's my modus
Yeah.
operandi.
You make good
I
cake.
just really like
And
to.
then when the OG friend group, when it was, all 7 of us, we came
Yeah.
over to your house, and there's a picture of us before we went to some live music show, and you just had a cake for no reason.
That's true.
We just came over and there was a cake, and I think it said like the boys are back in town.
Right, yeah.
She's celebrating us being together.
And then I brought a cake for your recent birthday.
Yeah.
A beautiful cake.
But Charlie was the one that decorated that one, and he wanted it to be incoherent. I can't remember what it was.
It
like
said
type
"Happy Birth, 27, old lady."
But it was
Old
like
lady.
a beautiful, like heart vintage
Yeah.
cake.
Yeah.
It was so
Had
nice.
like miswritten stuff on it.
Yeah, it was basically like the person tried to write in Comic Sans.
Yeah. And it was a delicious cake.
And I love
Yeah,
Maddie's cakes.
Maddie brings a good cake.
Thank you guys. Do you? Yeah, sorry.
No, go ahead.
I hope that I'm now I've truly this is the first time I've been thinking about how much I bring cakes, and now I'm going to be thinking about that in the future, and I'm not.
Don't stop.
Don't
You do it
stop.
the exact perfect amount.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just trust your instincts when you're
Yeah.
like, this is an occasion for a
How
cake.
my face was when you showed up with a cake.
Well, this is your first time with a cake though, and this is their.
No. But what I'm trying to say is, like, when you bring people cakes, they're happy.
They're gonna like it.
I think just trust your instincts. Don't second guess
They've
it.
never
Okay.
been wrong.
Well, I'm not trying to rely on an apology cake for my apology. That's what I'm trying
No,
to say.
you- no.
You know,
I
you
mean, I
can't
don't
use
even think-
an
I don't
apology
even think
cake for the
that
I'd be okay
apology.
with it if you did.
level.
Okay, yeah.
I feel like apology cake level is like I hit your car or something like that.
I know that's
Not
why
like-
I feel
not
bad
like, hey,
that
I'm
you
not gonna
thought
show
it
For a
was.
podcast, you know what I mean? Like I have lawyer stuff to
To do. You know?
No, Maddie will commit to a bit.
I do like it. We all. That's
We
why
all
we're
commit
friends.
to a bit.
That's the most important thing in any friendship is
I'm like,
can you
the
guys
bit
to a
commit.
bit?
Yeah.
You know, it's like I like to sing. We all sing.
I think we all commit to the bit.
Yeah, I think we all do that.
There's a good.
Maddie, what's your next question?
Oh yes. Okay.
No, you're good.
Tough question. What is a dream you have let go of?
Oh, I know.
Okay.
I think being like a singer or being like a musician. I mean, I am a musician,
Yeah.
but like doing my own project.
You don't think you would do that in the future?
No,
Hmm.
I don't.
Okay, now why? I'm curious.
Well, because I used to think that was how I had to do music, was like I had to be the person with the band, writing the songs, doing all of that stuff. But I don't like performing. I don't like marketing myself. I'm shy. Like I mean, I'm not shy, but I am, like I don't want to like go out there. And so I think that like damaged my relationship with music for a while as soon as I realized that I like hated all of those things. But now I'm in a much more comfortable place with myself. and with music. I'm in like the best place I've ever been in my life with my relationship with music, and none of that entails me on a stage singing and promoting myself as an artist on Instagram.
You do have the most beautiful voice, though.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank
a
you.
solo project would go hard.
No,
And
I
I
don't.
still have Selenite songs.
Thank
on
you.
Yeah.
my Spotify.
But if I do it, it's not like a dream anymore.
Okay.
I guess it's
Okay.
it's something that I
Yeah.
can do and I might do, but it's not like this thing I'm like holding on to.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
You're gonna like. Oh wait.
Oh, I just wanted to say, I think that's such a great point just to make specifically about music is that, like, I don't think people understand how big music is and how much you can do that isn't performing on stage.
Exactly.
You can have a great job doing all kinds of other stuff that isn't performing on stage. And I think that you can be really happy. Like, I have friends that they're just album musicians. That like
Session players, yeah.
session musicians, yeah.
Yeah.
That's all they do, you know, and they're really happy doing that.
Yeah. And it's fun because I still get to sing and I still get to write and I still get to do all of the things that I have always liked about music and more, but I kind of was able to just, again, take inventory and be like, here's what I'm not digging about this. And also it's not like you become so much more successful when you're working with the grain, you know?
Yeah.
So I'm not going to go too more into that, but yeah, that's my dream that I let go of.
I think mine was when I recently decided to like look into things that make me happy and like things that I find interesting and like want to like seek out and know more about. And so naturally that was getting my PhD in anthropology. And it was always just kind of something that was like out there for me that I didn't really want to touch because, you know, you can always look forward to something. And making it real is like, that's when it's the possibility of like a failure and like things not being real.
Yeah.
And so I just kind of like never really like touched that dream. And then I recently did it, and yeah, it was just something that it was not really feasible for me to do. It would have required, because, you know, I've always loved to teach, and I think that being a professor would have been really cool. And in order to do that, you have to get your PhD, and you have to go through all this. And I sat down and I looked at the process, and I had to really like look at my life and what I wanted from it, and like really face the odds of it. And I had to let go of that and be like, this isn't something that I can pursue to the end. And have it like be worth what it takes to get there. So that was a little difficult for me, because also like you're not letting go of a dream, you're like letting go of like some sort of stability that you have, because it's like, you know, like I said, you can always go do that, but now when you actually like sit down and look at it, you're like now it's not there. Now that comfort of like having a maybe is no longer there. So that was probably mine when I realized that I couldn't go for it.
Yeah, last I heard you were considering it. So you've made the definitive decision that you don't think you would ever go back to school?
I don't know if I would. I think I'd go back to school, but I definitely don't think that PhD in anthropology, because that's like a minimum 10-year commitment and hundreds of thousands of dollars, and it's not an easy thing. And
It is,
and, money makes the world go round.
We could probably find an anthropology podcast that you could wiggle your way into.
I mean,
Do you
I
have
could
any
yap about it
connections?
forever. If
Yeah.
only PhDs were measured in yapping, I'd have 5.
Kids, give us a quick answer.
Go ahead, yeah.
Another one?
Yeah, let's go.
Not ball related?
No,
or
please.
Not ball related. We've covered that.
I bet you do know another one about balls.
We probably do.
I guess, right now I'm just thinking of that picture of George Bush with the shirt that says, "We are all Africans." You can do that meme.
Yeah.
That's not a fact. I'm not saying that at all. I just feel like him right now. My favorite, I think my favorite fact is the Eve hypothesis, where there is an actual hominid that you can trace your matrilineal line back to. That is I'm going to mess up on my words here, but there was a hominid creature, and she had 2 babies, and one became the grandmother or the mother of all like monkeys, and one became the grandmother of all greater apes, which is what we fall under. And so when you trace back, you can actually, because we trace back through the matrilineal line, you can actually go back to that and you can see her. And that is like the Eve. So that's the Eve hypothesis, that Eve was real, but she wasn't a Homo sapien. Those weren't even around until like
That's so
200,
interesting.
250.
Yeah, I had no idea
I
that
like that you said we're all
our
greater apes.
anthropology connections are through the matrilineal line. I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's really cool. And I mean, if you do like a 23andMe, if you're a woman, you get to, or assigned female at birth, you get to actually see like what maternal haplogroup group that you belong to. And they actually recently discovered mine when I first downloaded the app. It wasn't that, because they didn't have somebody. They said, you belong to this one, and this is like a general, she existed somewhere at some time, and there's, 1.8% of the people come from her, whatever, but we don't know about her. And then I have a friend who hers goes back to like a Viking warrior who was buried, like the way that they would bury a typical like male warrior of the time. And so they thought that she was a man because of how she was buried in the grave goods and like swords and weapons. Like it was very clearly a warrior's burial. And then they did DNA testing on her like years and years after she was discovered, and they found out that she was actually a woman. And she actually has a whole maternal haplogroup group that is dedicated to her from her DNA. And so my friend belongs to her haplogroup group.
That's so cool.
Yeah, you can really trace it back through generations. And it's also just really cool because, I mean, the more you'd like delve into anthropology, and especially like when sociology comes into that, it's a really good way. It's a good tool of looking at the world. Yeah. I would never take back my double major in it because I think it really, I use it every day. I have 2 majors, one in business, which was, I got so I could get a job, and then one is something I actually cared about, one that I actually use every day.
Yeah.
I couldn't tell you a single thing about FIFO accounting, but
You're a business girl. You had business jobs.
I was.
Yeah.
I was.
And do you have one more question?
Oh, yeah. All right. The good. What is something about you that I do not know?
Do y'all all feel like y'all know everything about each other for the most part?
I'm sure there's
Everything I want to know. No, not like
Yeah,
that.
like,
No,
I mean, like I don't know
if
like your blood type.
right, yeah.
But like
Is
if
there
I asked
anything
you, you'd tell me.
Is there anything you want to know?
Do you ever think you would change your mind about having kids?
Oh, that's a really good question. I've been thinking about it lately, and yes, just because I know a woman who waited until she was in her late 30s, early 40s, when up until that point, she was absolutely adamant that she was not having kids. And I felt seen in that moment, like there's, in the same way that I have, I didn't know what I was going to think now at 26 when I was 20. I don't know how I'm going to feel, when I'm
you're,
30.
Like 35
yeah, exactly.
I think it's cool to be open to the idea that you might change your mind, though, instead of like, sticking your sword and saying, I'm never,
Right. Yeah. It just sucks now because now that avenue is going to have to be a little bit more difficult to go.
Yeah, but science is
into.
amazing.
Science will improve. So, yeah. I want to think of like another question of like something that I want to know.
That was a good question.
That was a really good question.
I think we're pretty good about it. Like if I were to like ask in the group chat at 2 p.m. on a Tuesday, like, hey, what's everybody's deepest fear? Like I would get a well thought out casual response. From like I can know anything about you.
And y'all do that? Y'all kind of in the group chat at times ask questions like that?
Yeah, we
Quite
trauma
often.
dump in the group chat.
Yeah, absolutely.
But I feel like this is such a good opportunity.
I know. I'm like really trying to think.
Okay, well, don't worry about it.
We can come back to it. Yeah.
We'll move on to Kenz.
Okay.
And then while we're sitting there, if you come up with something,
Okay.
you can jump back in.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. I've not watched Star Trek, but I know the Beam Me Up, Scotty. Only because Babe's Chicken in
Fort Worth.
yes, had like a Star Trek.
You're a
figurine.
Babe's Chicken girl?
I love Babe's Chicken.
That's something I didn't know about you.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
There's a Babe's Chicken by the studio I used to work at in Carrollton.
We should all
Unreal.
do
It wasn't the OG.
should add that to our list.
We should.
What's the list?
Oh,
We have themed chain food restaurant nights where we spin a wheel and then we go all in.
Our girls' nights are we go to a chain restaurant and we have a wheel that we spin.
Like,
And it's like, all right, we're going to Chili's.
yeah.
That's awesome.
but
yeah, it's
we
so
like kind of lean in. Like when we went to Olive Garden, we got like really dressed up.
Yeah.
We did another theme. What was the other one?
When we dress like dudes to go to Hooters.
Oh yeah, we dressed up like men.
Yeah.
I need to be friends with y'all.
That one was.
These are my favorite things to do, and I can't get any of my friends to do it.
It's you got to find people who want to commit to a bit.
Right.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
commit.
That's why we're here.
It's funny because like we were wearing like basketball shorts and like slide. I really looked like it, but you were wearing like you just kind of looked like a Girl Scout.
No, Maddie wore a "Don't Tread on Me" shirt.
And like khakis, like you just looked like a.
Didn't I wear Charlie's clothes?
Yes, but you still just looked like cute. Like you just looked like a
No,
Girl
yeah,
Scout. Like,
yeah, you looked really
It's
cute.
because
Kenz and I
I'm-
looked like crazy. Like we looked like big ol'
anytime that it's Ken's birthday or something, or like Kelsey's birthday, we all like post on Instagram like pictures of like fun memories or whatever. Kelsey hates it when we post the picture of us dressed as men, like going like this or whatever.
I just hate that picture of me.
I didn't know that, but I've posted it 2 years in a row.
I know that it always gets posted, and I'm always like, ugh. Well, also like my hair was.
You post the
red.
one of me though.
That's a cute picture.
It's a really good photo.
Yeah, like you look like a man, but it's cute, or like you're dressed like a man. You don't. Look like a
I
man, you're dressed like a
exude
man.
masculine confidence.
I thought of a question while you were gone.
Okay.
You're traveling soon. You said that you'll be pretty much gone from home for like a year. What do you expect to learn or like gain from this? And do you really expect to like heal from all the trauma that you've experienced this year through your travels?
Well, as I told the Gold's Gym employee as I was canceling my membership, I said, he said, "Why are you moving?" And I was like, "It's going to fix everything that's wrong with me." I do think that I do. The whole point of this was to figure out what I like to do and what makes life, what makes me enjoy it. And, you know, I had like the last year of my life where I was in a corporate sales job that was, I felt it was one of the best sales jobs you can get. And I worked with really good people, and I had a great boss, and I had my own time, and I was interested in it. I sold wine. And, you know, I was in a relationship that I thought was going to end in marriage. And the entire year was like, why am I not happy? Like, why am I miserable? Why did this year go by without like it felt like the year of my life, 26, went by like in a second, where I was like, I couldn't really tell you what I enjoyed about it. And so when 27 rolled along, and my birthday's in January, so it's easy to look at my life in years. I was kind of like, I had a lot of things happen to me, major life changes in the span of like a couple of weeks, where it was like, you know, it's either, you know, shit or get off the pot. I spent the last year being like, what? I don't like any of this. And then the world came along and was like, okay, well, here's your chance to do everything differently. It was like, well, I would be an idiot if I didn't take that opportunity. So I did. And, you know, now that it's real, I've officially, as of today, accepted a job in Maine for the summer. So I'm going to go up there, and yeah, it's a little scary because, you know, you're leaving behind the best parts of that year, which was, you know, you guys and like family and community was what got me through it. And so I think to some people they'd say it doesn't really make sense to leave the best parts behind, and no matter where you go, there you are. But I do think that it's something that's really going to test me, and it's going to be really difficult. And I think that when I'm 50, I'm going to be really happy I did it. And if I didn't do it, I would probably be very mad at myself if I didn't.
Yeah, I think you're doing the right thing for what it's worth.
I do too. I think there's like a very limited number of times in somebody's life that you have the opportunity to do this. And I think it's important not only just to clear your head of everything, but probably have some moments of solitude with yourself, you know. But that to say, like, it's been hard on me and Kelsey.
Yeah, for sure. I am really excited for you, though.
Yeah.
Like, I'm more excited for you than I am bummed because, like, you're so untethered right now, which I know is probably a very anxiety-inducing feeling, but that's also so rare. Like,
It feels so crazy.
like you can just go do whatever you want,
yeah.
which you should. I mean, that's all the more reason to go do whatever it is you're going to want to do because, yeah, there's not going to be a time in 10 years when you're locked into whatever you're doing where it's going to be like, I could just go away for a year.
Yeah.
A summer here and then go there for the fall, and then, you know, like it's so cool. So I'm excited for you.
Thank you. Yeah. The one word that when you said on your questionnaire to describe yourself in one word, my one word was unsupervised.
Unchained.
are.
And I am. I'm so unsupervised.
You are, which is so cool. I feel like I need some of that energy.
Yeah, no, I'm very jealous, to be
Well,
honest.
you guys are gonna come visit me because I'm gonna get
yeah.
that. Because I'm gonna get that cute little cottage that sleeps 3 people,
Yeah.
and we're all gonna spoon in my bed. And we're
I
gonna
don't
wake
know
up and
why
we're
this
gonna.
isn't like a common thing for people to do, to be honest. Like,
I know why. Capitalism.
right. Yeah. But it just seems so important to like somebody's self-fulfillment and self-understanding.
Yeah, I was talking to my brother about this. I was like, just kind of like complaining, and I was like, I hate it when I tell people what I'm doing. They go, "You're so brave," because I'm like, what do you mean? Should I be scared?
Right.
You know, like am I being like dumb?
Well, it's true. A lot of people would just be like, okay, let me get another sales job.
Yeah.
Let me stay in this situation. Let me, you know what I mean? Let me
Yeah.
sit and then keep complaining about my life. Like, I think it's really cool that you're like totally stripping everything back and just starting from scratch. Like, you really only get to do that maybe once in your life if you're lucky.
Yeah.
And I think it's even
I think this
rare
is it
for
for me.
women too, you know? Like you hear all the time of a man that's going around the country by himself, you know, traveling solo, but for women I think it's a lot less prevalent, and I'm not sure why.
I think a lot of it has to do with the biological clock too.
Fair. Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. And I mean it's just this, maybe it's like this
Safety too.
Yeah, that's
Safe.
very true. Yeah.
Yeah.
Which I know you will be safe. Like I trust your
Yeah.
judgment.
It's not the first time I've, set foot in a state to live there and known 0 people in that
Yeah,
state.
exactly.
I've done that
I feel
before.
like Maine isn't the,
Yeah,
Maine's fun.
I entered Miami at the ripe age of 18, knowing nobody in the state of Florida.
Yeah.
And now I'm gonna go live in a cottage in Maine on an island.
You've
Like
been-
if I did Miami untethered and unsupervised, I can do Maine.
You've got a degree in the
Yeah, an
School of
anthropology
Hard
degree.
Knocks.
Yeah,
I've been to Maine. It's pretty wild.
yeah, super crazy stuff.
Not as crazy as Miami. All right, Kenz, you want to go in with the
Oh.
question?
Yes, of course. Okay, I'm starting off with the tough one. What is something we used to do together that you wish we still did?
what we used to do that we don't do.
I was gonna say like we had a lot more like
Energy.
energy, yeah,
Yeah.
and shenanigans, you know,
Yeah.
that ended in like sleepovers and like we would all be at one person's apartment for
Like a whole weekend.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Which, you know, as like a 26-year-old woman, sometimes I appreciate my personal space. But I really we had a sleepover, 3 weeks ago?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun.
I really liked that.
That was fun. I think that it's not that I necessarily miss, like, because I wouldn't want to be in that phase of life again
Right,
where
yeah.
we're just like, don't have anywhere to be all weekend. Like, but yeah, that was fun.
Yeah.
To like do that sleepover and like kind of feel young again.
I hope sleepovers never really go out of style.
We drew a mustache on Maddie when she fell asleep.
She got
They're
pranked.
very much into a pranking era.
She fell
right
asleep
now.
first and we put a little mustache on. And then she woke up in the
We
morning.
gave her a
and-
sleep mask and headphones. Or no, she brought them, and it was like perfect.
and she had no idea. She's like talking to us all morning, and me and Kenz are just like,
You look a fool.
yeah.
I'm in another.
Are you? Is this the role that kind of happens often? Do they pick on you like?
No, I pick on her too.
I think we all pick on each other.
Yeah, no, they're just in a very pranky era right now.
Yeah, we are.
Everybody, but that sucks for me because I'm really not good at pranking. On like April Fools, I texted y'all and I was like, should I do old reliable and like tell Charlie I'm pregnant? Ha ha ha. And then I did, and like it was like, you're Charlie. It's like, hey Charlie, I'm pregnant, and he goes, oh really? And I say, no, haha, April Fools. Just kidding.
Man, you got him.
Got you.
You little
I could
prankster.
picture Charlie just being like,
Yeah, he like gets more confused than anything.
yeah,
Like,
yeah. I could picture him being
Yeah.
like very like just.
Kelsey's kind of the ringleader of all of these pranks.
Kelsey is really good.
I
at
do. I'm very
pranks.
pranky.
Yeah, Kelsey's extremely.
they're-
pranky.
Are you good at receiving pranks?
You haven't yet.
They're not as.
No, we got her on
they got me on
St. Patrick's
Patrick's
Day.
Day.
you're right, you're
I
right.
will
Yeah.
say that they're not. I really commit when I go.
Kelsey,
On St. Patrick's Day, they got me good though. They had like, everyone was texting me Happy St. Patrick's Day, and I was just really confused because I'm Irish. Like,
But it was more than that. It was like, so grateful to the country of Ireland.
Yes,
for
I was getting texts that
allowing
were like
us.
this long, expressing like their gratitude for me. Like, and I knew someone was behind it, but it was so weird because it was like personal friends and work friends and clients and like people I don't even. So I was like, who has access to like people that you guys have never even met and would not even know? Like, I'm saying their names and you guys are like, I don't know who that is. Are like sending me like long, meaningful messages about St. Patrick's Day.
And
We
were
spread it far and wide.
Yeah, we were gaslighting her, and Kenz was like, "It's just like it's a thing that you like thank your Irish friends on St. Patrick's Day." Like, Kelsey, don't read too much into it. And she's like, "Oh, okay." She posted like an Instagram of like, "Thank you guys so
Dude,
much."
I got like
Compilation.
literally.
She posted a screenshot of all the text, and I was like,
It
because
was
we were in her,
bewildering.
we kicked her out. She has a celebration for her half birthday every year, and
August
so we
17th.
kicked her out of the half birthday group text that she created, and we said, "Tell your friends, and also everybody here needs to do this." I called her fiance, and I was like, "We're gonna get her,"
And then his kids.
and I was like, "Tell your children."
Yeah, like,
I DM'd her coworkers, and I was like, "Tell your clients."
but it was even like my coworkers' relatives. Like, I think you guys told everybody, and then they told everybody, and I seriously must have gotten, even after I posted on Instagram, probably 40 messages.
yeah, and when she posted on Instagram, more people
We're like, oh, happy St. Patrick's
more
Day.
people got pranked. We pranked them by association because then they thought they were supposed to wish her happy birthday. So we pranked like 40 people with this.
That was good.
That was a good prank.
That was good.
Yeah. So I would
Not as
say,
good as mine, but good.
well, no, yours are more terror inducing.
Yeah.
But
What's
whimsical.
What's the worst prank? What's the prank that almost made you the maddest?
Well, they've only got me. We've all been got one time.
Mine made me a little bit mad, but I couldn't show my anger because it's funny. Like, hee, you know, like a little mustache drawn on you isn't gonna hurt anybody. But in the moment, I was like, "Fuck."
Did you go to the bathroom and see your?
Yeah.
How did y'all stay straight faced that whole time?
She took like, I was like still waking up in the morning, and like she came over and she put her phone right over me, and I was like, "Are you taking a picture of me?" And she's like, "No." And I was just like, I didn't say. I was like, "Oh, okay." I'm very gullible, so I was like, "Oh, okay."
Well, Kelsey was the one that did it, and I just kind of egged it on. And then when
I was ready to go to bed, and you were like, we gotta do it
but she was one that actually like got in there with the eyeliner, and I like kind of peered over and saw Maddie just passed out and a mustache getting drawn on her, and I had to leave the room.
Yeah,
'Cause I
once
couldn't
again
keep
I go to bed at
straight
like
face.
8:30, and
You can stay up.
I know I'm gonna have to.
I
It's what
know.
you get.
It really is.
You know
I
that
think
they
that's,
say,
like, a
don't fall
thing.
asleep
That was
first at the
pretty-
sleepover.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, next one. What do you think is my superpower?
Gift of the gab.
Yeah, I feel like you've got a way with people and strangers.
You really
I feel like
do.
you could get anything out of anybody.
I haven't met a single person that like one of my friends or like anybody that Kelsey has introduced to you that has not liked you.
Thank
So
God.
true.
That is so affirming.
No, that's so true. People that you've met like one time, like 2 years ago, still ask me about you.
Yeah.
They're like, what's she up to?
There's a certain breed of people, you and then also Charlie's sister are the same breed.
Oh yeah, she's wonderful.
Where just like you have this like energy that attracts people and makes them want to interact with you, and like I've been trying to emulate that vibe for years from you, but I just can't do it the way that you can.
Yeah, and I feel like you can talk to anybody.
Yeah.
Like, truly, you could have and you're quick with it, you know? Like, just about anybody you could make a friend with.
You're also very forgiving. Like you are, even today, I was sure that like, no, after our argument, I think I saw like an hour after when things were still tense, like you sent me a TikTok message and you're like, me, like, it's like a meme or something like that. And like that, I don't know, that means a lot to me, especially whenever you're like me and you're very anxious about people being mad at you. You're very understanding and you're very forgiving, and
That's true.
but also I don't want anybody to take advantage of that, you know, and so
Oh, but they don't.
that's good. That's also true. She's quick with it, you know.
Yeah.
yeah, she's
Fool me
quick.
once, you know?
What's Kelsey's superpower?
Ooh, manifestation thing is a huge superpower that you
yeah,
do
not
have.
to repeat anything, but like truly it is the likes of which are not paralleled by man or beast.
But I also
Thank
am
you.
so, I've been so inspired by your leadership and like your professionalism in these past few years.
Oh, thank you.
She's like doing everything. She's kind of superwoman when it comes to the area in her career that she's in,
Mm-hmm.
you know? And like that's been just really inspiring.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's insanely impressive as somebody that is leaving their career because they're like, I hate this so much. I look at Kelsey, who's like extremely successful in your career, and it's come about because of like passion and love for what you do.
Yeah.
And like you just, it feels like you are constantly getting rewarded for all the hard work that you do, and it's just like it's just like yes, like you put good stuff out and good things happen to you, and that's just you roller coaster only goes up.
I think it goes hand in hand with the manifestation too.
Yeah, like it's
You're
just so impressive.
so good at curating the life that you want to have.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Maddie, what's Maddie's superpower?
Ooh, Maddie's superpower is
Organization.
I don't even know if that's
Your strength is organization is one of them, but
I'm a jack of
trying
all
to
trades. I'm not really a master of
Mm,
master of none.
that's not true. I feel like you are really good at bringing everybody together. Like I feel like you always include everybody. Like you hold your own opinions. You would never like exclude or disinvite anybody. Like, or I don't know if this is the right way to say it. Like you just are who you are, and you're consistent.
you're very gracious in social settings. You're very classy. I don't know if I'd say that's your superpower, but like when I think of you, I think of somebody who's like so sophisticated, somebody who's so put together. Chic, like somebody who has a taste for the finer things, is able to balance it with a very moderate and like, you know, well-to-do lifestyle and works hard for the things that you want. Like it's just, and you're just very strong. I mean,
Also willpower. Like you are so good at saying like cutting out and bringing in what you need to.
yeah.
Like you don't really make excuses like with your fitness and you just do it. You just say you're going to do it and you do it and you do
Yeah.
it really well. I think that's it, your commitment.
Yeah,
For
I would
sure,
say
like,
commitment.
When we were like 17, you were talking about law school and and you know, it's like now we're like you're at the finishing line. And I feel like you're just quite literally like weeks away from getting like everything you've ever wanted.
Hope so.
And it's because you work hard at it every single day. I think that's your superpower.
Yeah, definitely is. You'll literally say something to us. You're like, I'm gonna do this, and then the next day, you are doing it, and then you're like, I think I'm gonna start working out more seriously. Now you're like almost 3 years into this journey, and you're strong as hell. Yeah, you're cut. You're shredded.
Guys, oh my god.
And it's just like I was getting lunch with your dad recently, and we were talking about that
Alone? just my dad.
before he retired.
Kelsey's face is just like, what?
Before he retired.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Yeah, before he retired. And we used to work together because it was a work lunch.
Lunch with Maddie's dad and you.
Yeah, but we were talking about this. We were saying how you decide you want to do something and you do it.
That's definitely your superpower.
And he was saying all these stories about how when you were little and you would be lining up your outfits before school and like shoes by the door. And,
He tells the same story over and over.
yeah, well, it's a
over again.
dad thing.
No, I love my dad.
And I was sitting there like crying, like, oh my god, so sweet. So yeah,
What's your last one, Kenz? What you got?
my last one. Have you ever been envious of me? And we can take a little longer on this one if you want to.
I just said like I'm envious of the fact that you are so real
Unsupervised.
and supervised.
I was about to say I did feel like we answered that one kind of earlier.
I feel like I've been envious of y'all before.
Yeah. Well, this is just what we were talking about the other day, right? Where I think it was with you guys. This might have just been a thought I had, but
Speak
thank you.
now.
Where it's like those types of people where it's like when you're envious of somebody and they want to like they don't want you to have it. So like for example, like the gift of gab or whatever. Let's say like somebody like I've been in social situations where I've been like, like talking and having a good time and there maybe been a person there that it has like, start trying to put you down.
Kind of like evil eyeing you a little bit.
Yeah, and basically like they're jealous of the attention, they're envious of something like that, and because of that, they don't want you to have that. They want to take it away from you.
Right.
And I think that, I mean, I've been in situations where I've seen somebody that is just like controlling the flow of the conversation and being so funny and so smart and so witty, being like, oh man, like I'm envious of that ability, or like seeing a beautiful person and being like, oh, I'm envious of her hair or her body or her clothes or whatever. But it's never like, I never feel, and I feel like you guys, I know you guys feel the same way. I never want to take it away from that person.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. I've never
wanted to put somebody down in a social situation. I've never wanted to say, like, if you came out in a stunning outfit, I wouldn't, you're like, does this look okay? I would never be like, you should go change into the other outfit.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like that type of it, like jealousy. I would just be like, oh my gosh, you look so good.
It's separate.
Like, I'm so jealous of that dress. Where'd you get it?
I
You know?
agree. That's a good clarification to answering this question too, is that it's not that. It's not like, oh, I want something, or I'm envious of something you have and therefore I want to take it from you.
Maybe
Yeah.
inspired is the better word instead of envious. But also, I guess.
No, I mean, it's definitely envy. It's definitely like, oh, I want that thing.
Yeah.
And I think that's a normal human emotion to feel, where, somebody's, I want their money. I want their lifestyle. I want this. I'm envious of it.
No, I mean, I have been writing my little graduation speech for like the whenever I walk the stage. And I found myself saying over and over again, y'all were my biggest motivators, just because of like the things that y'all have achieved in your lifetimes, and like how much of an expert you've become in your field, and just how confident you are. Those are the things that I wish I had for myself. And that only inspires me to like keep working towards that, but not take it away from y'all.
Yeah, I
know?
think inspired is a better word than envy, for sure.
But
yeah.
Yeah.
agree to disagree.
Well,
Have y'all ever been jealous of each other? Has anybody ever been jealous of
I'm sure,
I'm sure.
absolutely.
In some way, it doesn't stick.
Yeah.
I mean, because those are the kinds of things that would build up over time, cause resentment, and then y'all wouldn't be friends. So there must be a different level of respect. Even though you get jealous, it doesn't carry to that next step that you're talking about, which is like you start to sabotage somebody else because of your jealousy. Y'all don't do that with each other.
Yeah, I've never ever felt
I don't
anything but
tell
supported.
anybody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think also the difference between instances where I did feel jealousy is like when people simply aren't being humble. You guys are very humble about like when you're telling me about your achievements, And I think like one of like the first things that y'all will do whenever you tell me like I did this today or like this happened to me is like you're asking me like how I was or like what about my recent achievement or something just to bring, you know what I mean? I don't know. It's something that I like about.
Yeah, sharing the
yours.
spotlight.
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah, it's lonely at the top.
It's lonely at the top. Yeah.
This final segment is brought to you by HeyJustBe.com. I believe that achieving balance in the mental, physical, and metaphysical aspects of your purpose through learning, serving, and creating can transform your life into one you truly enjoy living. Want to learn more? Visit www.heyjustbe.com.
So how I usually wrap this thing up is I ask people what do they do to just be the best versions of themselves so they can be good for everybody else. So what I've asked these ladies to do is kind of answer these reflection questions and maybe kind of speak to how they do that inside of their group. Let's see. Let's start with why do you think y'all are in each other's lives?
Kismet.
I was about to say karmic retribution.
Yeah, karma.
But in a good way.
Good karma, I
Yeah.
think. Work. We deserve it.
Yeah.
Think y'all create balance for each other?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
But I think we also create space for growth in each other. We're not the same people that we were when we first became friends. And in that way, that's somewhat made for a stronger connection.
Yeah.
Just because now I can imagine y'all will grow in another 5 years from now, and I'll still love that person.
It's just so weird, especially because we started this by saying like how we became friends. And I'm like, yeah, like I went to school with you and I saw you like a couple of parties. And like when you sat next to me in class, I was like, yeah, that's Maddie.
Yeah.
But then like in college, when I was not in the same state as you, I would come home and be like, where's Maddie? And then Kelsey, I was friends with her for one semester in high school. And I come home and be like, where's Kelsey? Like, it's just so strange to me that it just like kind of formed and it just felt like it was there before I knew it. Like you guys were just in my life. And then you haven't left that since it's been like 10 years.
Yeah. That's crazy. It's been that long. Yeah. I think too, it's so weird to think like, yeah, just what you're talking about, like room for growth. Because I've definitely had friendships before where it's kind of like what you're talking about, where it's like they don't really want you to grow. You kind of have to stay frozen in this version of yourself for the relationship to work. And that's totally not our dynamic at all. So it's true. I think we could like all become totally different versions of ourselves in 10 years and we'll probably still be chilling.
You think that that's why the other people fell off the friend group? That the separation there is that, you know, there might have been people trying to not consciously trying to hold you back, but just they weren't evolving with you, but y'all three evolved together.
Maybe to a certain degree. Yeah.
I agree with what you said before, where it was just like one too many boundaries crossed.
Boundaries, I think, are the
main
why
reason,
those
yeah.
didn't work. Yeah. Complex.
I think that we've also been there for each other in the great times, but also the really, really dark times as well.
Yeah.
And that's one of the most important tenets of a friendship, I think, is it's great whenever somebody's there to celebrate your achievements with you, but it's arguably more important to have someone there when you're at your lowest point. And that saying that also, it goes without saying that that friend will have to sacrifice some emotional energy for that, maybe even time or, you know, relationships with somebody else. But when you know that you have somebody that you can rely on that will be there for you when you're in a really emotionally unstable period of your life, which can only make that person a little bit, you know, your friendship with them a little bit more tenuous. That, I think, is the real sign of somebody that cares about you deeply.
Yeah.
That's so true. I also think vulnerability, like you guys have already seen me at what I think is hopefully my worst. Like I don't ever want to get down there again. And so I know I can show up as any version of myself. And it's like, if that was not enough for you guys to be like, no, get away from me, then I don't think, you know, I don't have like anxiety about like, am I being too much in this friendship or something?
Yeah.
That was point. I mean, one of your best memories of Kelsey was her picking you up basically on her birthday.
It was basically Christmas for her.
Right, yeah.
It was like basically the greatest holiday.
Both of those two things combined. And she...
You know how many people will text you if you're Irish?
Yeah. You know, it's a whole thing.
For St. Patrick's Day, I'm just going to start saying it's your birthday.
I know, when you said your favorite memory, you're like, St. Patrick's Day 2021. I'm like, and because you just did the St. Patty's Day prank on me, I'm like, what is happening right now?
It's a good day to be thankful for you.
Right, yeah.
I'll take it.
It was a very good-natured prank. Where it's like you got pranked, everybody told you how much they care about you.
I know, it was
That's so
nice.
true.
I got like very sweet messages
Yeah.
about Ireland and me.
Anybody can answer. What do you value most about y'all's friendship?
I think just what we talked about is like, I recently went through what I hope it was the toughest period of my life. And in that moment, it was you two that were like really there for me. And that was when it was just like, you know, like, oh my God, like this is somebody that I can, you know, really depend on, that I can call and I can feel like taken care of, which is so rare. I mean, like when you really sit down and think about it, like how many people do you have that with in your life? Yeah. Like your family, if they live close to you, you know, like who can you call and they'll be there? And it's just like, it's you know, you can call up somebody and they'll go to the club, you know? And that's a lot of like surface level friendships. And I think it's very common, especially in like your early 20s. But I'm thankful that at this point in my life, in my later 20s, that I've like found people that it's like, yeah, like if it was like, Maddie's not going to text me back after 9, but if I showed up like on her doorstep banging on the thing, she would draw me a hot bath. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think even like more than just those rare times when you are in a low place, what means a lot for me is that day-to-day relationship that we have where I can text y'all something that is so stupid, just like the first thought that like pops into my brain. And even if you guys don't reply, I know you're just like sitting with your phone being like, huh. You know what I mean? Like it's not, I can't, some people are like that with their not so close friends, but I'm not like that. I don't like to text people just about random stuff because I know you guys so well. I know that I won't be annoying you and I can send you my brain dump.
Maddie sometimes just AI generates images of us and just sends it to us randomly. And it's like, here's what you would look like if you were in a hat.
Yeah.
And it's like, thanks, Maddie. It makes my day every time. I love that you do that.
You should just do AI generated images of cakes.
Oh, so good. Yeah, if I could get like both of you guys in a picture with like 2 different cakes and with party hats on.
Yeah, I think you could
I
make
could
it happen.
probably do that.
You could probably.
Yeah, I actually don't want to know anything about how you make that happen because to me it's magic.
What?
Describe a life-changing moment that y'all have all gone through together.
Probably moving to Austin.
Yeah.
And I mean, I know you were already here, but the whole you guys were roommates, and then me and the other friend were roommates, and we were neighbors. And
Yeah, moving to Austin and the snowpocalypse were our life-changing moments that we shared together.
I was also gonna say my first like long-term partner breakup.
Yeah.
Because that like sent me on a whole different journey.
You went on a
Life
quest.
after that. Yeah, I did. I really did.
Yeah. And aren't we all still kind of on a quest?
Right.
Yeah.
And that's the point of this podcast.
yeah, no, that's true. I remember that time.
Yeah, that was there, especially when you're a young girl who has just broken up with like, you know, somebody that you've been with for a long time, or if you just had like a very intense relationship with them, it can feel like that's the end of the world. And that there's no
tether to the future anymore.
No tether to the future, yeah. And you've experienced this as well, you know. But it is so critical to have a support system after the fact to get you through it and also make you realize that you are going to be fine. Like you can be self-sustaining. You're an independent person, and
yeah,
it helped. I don't think I would have been the same person.
And people love you for you.
Exactly.
Like if you stripped away everything that you had and were, like your friends would still love you because you're you.
And one of the things that I am also grateful for is that there's a tendency for women to, once they get into a relationship, to, what am I trying to say?
Distance themselves from their friends.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Whether intentionally or unintentionally.
Yeah.
Which can put a huge strain on that relationship. And I'm sure that's happened at times with y'all, with, you know, maybe even with Charlie. But what I appreciate is the fact that you guys understand. And even after my first big breakup, you were there, regardless of whether or not I was there for you while I was in that relationship, which is like another turning point for me when I kind of knew that you guys were going to be in my life for quite a while and that I had to step it up. So that's an important lesson to learn for like any.
Yeah, I agree.
Before we get out of here, could you just, each one of y'all just kind of say what it means to be a good friend inside of y'all's little group?
I think, and this might also be a reminder for myself too, is read the room a little bit. You know, because obviously we have a very dynamic friendship. Like we are like idiots, and then we're also like very emotionally like nurturing with each other. So
Right.
I think reading the room.
Yeah.
But at that same point, like, but that's also like I'm speaking to myself.
I think like we don't take anything too seriously.
That's
though,
true, yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
We take everything with like a grain of
That's
salt.
true. Like even I feel like we always are laughing, even when we're like actually like.
Yo, I can start.
Not
I can be
good.
sobbing and then go into like laughing and then go back to sobbing.
It's like, hey, remember that one time?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's what probably helps us get through the most difficult times is like, I know that if I'm like super depressed, you know, this is going to come out and be like, my dad saw prairie dogs.
For me, it's when I say something that like I'm like, man, this is so like deep, and Maddie just goes, damn. And I'm like, okay. It really wasn't that deep.
Yeah.
No, but I think that's really important that we can like be ourselves and we can also cheer each other up. Like, I've never got into a conversation and felt like I've just spiraled. Where I've been like, I'm sad about this thing. I always leave it feeling better. Like we make each other laugh. I get reminded of the good things.
Yeah.
Like it's never like I end the whole thing being like I'm actually gonna do it. You know, you know what I mean? Like I always feel better afterwards.
Yeah.
And I think that what's important is that it's like we just have such a good dynamic that I feel supported with you guys and that I feel comfortable enough to be myself and know that I'm going to be heard and listened to and supported.
And the history is important too. Like I have so much context to both of
Yeah.
you. Like I know all the lore from high school to now. Like, so I think that context is important in this group too. It's almost like when something happens or I'm going to say something, it's like I can almost kind of predict how you guys are going to react to it. You know, like I just have all the history and all the context. So I think respecting that is
so interesting.
Yeah. It's gonna be so interesting when I come back to Austin.
I know. Yeah, and then
I'm serious. I'm gonna buy you guys a little robot, so when we're all sitting here, I can
did
just
see that. Yeah.
I can still be there.
You want to say anything to each other before you go?
I love y'all. So grateful for y'all. I've said it before and I'll say it for the rest of my life, but like I really would not have done all the things that I've done without y'all. And I think about that, like that y'all are the people that I go to for anything. For the you're the first people. You're my first responders.
yeah.
You guys are my one pinned message on my iMessage.
Yeah.
If that tells you how important this is to me.
You're the only group chat that's named. We're called the Pooties.
Kelsey is the mastermind behind all of our names.
Yeah.
I didn't choose that name. That was the name you guys chose in the studio, and I was like, I don't like it. You guys were like, you're like, too bad.
Then
And
change a creative director. I swear to God, I thought you
made
came
a
up with that.
song.
Our group chat.
I
name
didn't
is-
like that name.
I don't like it either.
You
Okay,
chose
well, what are we going to change it to?
Right now,
What are we going to change it to? The
The prairie dog.
Do you
That's
remember?
what it is. Oh, with two E's? The
The
Pooties.
remember when we were the Holetariat? I like that one. In college.
Oh. See, this is the reason that we changed it is because we couldn't think of anything, and that was the only thing that we could think of for that song.
I like prairie dogs. DAWGS.
That's a good
Prairie dogs.
Prairie dogs.
Dogs.
I like
Yeah.
that. Let's
Yeah.
do that.
prairie dogs.
Yeah,
Prairie
we'll,
dogs.
yeah, we'll change to that. Prairie dogs.